Hey, this is for my friend Marvin, who has no idea how to play League of Legends and wants to know how to play Arena. If you're not Marvin, or at least you do know how to play Arena, this video isn't really for you, but you can watch it anyway, just for fun. So yeah, this is gonna be more of like the games back there, and I'm gonna be talking about it, and I'm gonna be talking about like why I do what I do, and a little bit more of like the information about the game. So, a very important thing to first note is I'm playing a character called Talia. These are the abilities. The Q will shoot out one rock and then a couple more rocks after that. You'll see it. I'll probably use it right now. You see that? I throw out 5 rocks and then I leave that circle on the ground. And if I use my Q ability again in that circle, instead of shooting 5 rocks, it'll shoot one big one. Then I have my E ability, which you'll see it's like the bunch of little rocks that are like imprinted in the ground. Um, that there, you can see all those little rocks, and if anyone jumps in that area, they'll be stunned and they'll take some damage. And then my W, you've seen it a couple times. It like flings them. It's that circle you saw it there. If they're caught in that, they'll be flung. And so that combos with my E, as it if you fling them on top of those rocks, they'll be stunned and take damage. I don't know if that's a little confusing. You'll see it over the course of the game. It's a good combo to just use my W to fling them through the rocks. So yeah, I won there. I'm now this section is the augment section. You saw a couple options there. What I'm looking for really is ways to improve my damage or survivability. And the way that the augment of ability haste does that is it reduces my cooldowns on everything, on all my abilities, which just means I'm able to shoot more Qs and just get more damage out. So it's pretty helpful. So you'll see my Q is on like a 3-second cooldown now, which is actually a lot better. It means I can just send them out without having to worry that much. So yeah, there's the combo right there. You saw I threw my E down and then I threw my W, which knocked them through. I just said through so many times, but you know what I mean. Did it again there. And so yeah, Talia is actually a really high skill champ. It's pretty difficult to like play her really well. But I hope I'm explaining it pretty well. Her ultimate, I don't know if I'm going to use it that much this game, if I'm being honest, because it's not really a combat ult. It basically it places a wall and yeah, you ride a wall, but it's not that good because you don't really need that kind of movement in this sort of game. Talking about a little bit more about specifically Arena, when someone gets knocked out for the first time, they leave another circle. You see that blue one right there? So that means after that light reaches the end, it will like click, and then if you stand in there for long enough, your other teammate, then you'll res the dead teammate. If that makes sense. I'll put better wording on the screen, but basically, if someone dies early, you can res them as long as you stay in that circle during the right time. Yeah. So after every round, as you're seeing, there is either a buy round or an augment round. So I mean, it's got a specific number. I'll put up which rounds are buys and which rounds are augments. But when you buy, the first 2 rounds, you only have 1,000 gold each time. So you have to buy one of those like little items and a pair of boots. And then you'll start getting 3,000, which is how you get the real items that like are pretty good. You'll see them. I'm gonna start buying them after next round, so you'll see a lot of them. You get 4 or 5, depending on how long you survive. Maybe even 6 if you want to sell your boots at the end. You usually sell your non-boot item first because the boots give you movement speed, which is just pretty helpful. But yeah, I mean, these rounds have gone pretty well so far. I haven't died yet, which is kind of very hard to do, but I am playing it pretty smart, I feel. You can see I'm hitting a lot of my W's, which isn't that easy to hit because it's such a small little circle. Missed that one, but that's okay. Those red fruit things on the ground, you're able to like send people away or send yourself away to safety. Um, and more importantly is the white greenish fruits that you're going to see. Like, I'm prioritizing every single round, because what they do is they heal you for a portion of your health, and they give you mana, and they give you a shield, and they reduce cooldowns. They're a lot. They basically are a huge part of the game, because if you just shoot out all your abilities, maybe you take some damage in a fight, a little fight, and you get access to a fruit, that means you get a heal up and they don't. Um, you just have a huge advantage. So that Kane right there, you saw he shot out like this little thing. He's got an augment there that is like a hook. I dodged it there, but they killed me anyway, because they just I think they have a slowing ability, it looks like. But yeah, you'll see like everyone has augments, and there's a lot of augments. So it's very hard to keep track of for a new player, I'm sure, especially along with the 160. I got hit by the hook there, but especially with the 160 something champs, it's definitely not easy. But yeah, here I get Spell Wake, I believe, because it's just a very. I mean, maybe I don't, but I think I should, because it's really good. So what Spell Wake will do is it's gonna make it even more complex, but hopefully everything's okay. But whenever I hit an ability, it's gonna like on the ground. It's gonna have this explosion area. You'll see. It's like this blue little area that's gonna explode, and that's a pretty good augment. You see it there? Boom! It explodes. It does damage, a lot of damage as well. But yeah. So that was another augment round right there, round 5. And every time you lose a round, which means both your teammates die, you do lose some of your total HP. You see on the top, there's the red Poro and the green like bug thing. Those are our health bars right next to them. So you start with 20 HP. Every time you lose 2 HP, and then that increases by 2 every once in a while. So maybe I think we're losing 4 this round, and then maybe we'll lose 6 next round. That sort of deal. So even if you win every single game, eventually it gets to like minus 10, minus 12 per round, and it's like, okay, well, you're gonna lose in 2 anyway, no matter what your health is. But you do get an advantage from winning the early rounds, because just some of the math works out really well for you. So if you win the early rounds, maybe you get an extra health bar, and yeah, we won that round really early, so we get to watch this, which is nice. So yeah, we got one mythic item so far, Leandre's. So that means whenever I hit someone, they'll take some burn over time, which is pretty good against tanks. It's good against tanks specifically because it does a portion of health damage. So the more health they have, the more damage it will deal. I believe. I'm not actually fully sure. I'm not a nerd. I'm not like a mega nerd. I'm kind of a nerd, but I'm not a mega nerd, But yeah, I'm playing really well, which is really nice. Like, I've chose this game specifically because I'm not going to cringe while watching it. There is like, it's a very frequent thing for me. I don't know my teammate, but all I know is that I play this round. I play this game at least to a degree that I think is worthy watching myself. So yeah, that thing I just used is a hex gate. There's one every map. It's just it has a cooldown, but it can get you out of trouble. Also, a part of this game that I haven't mentioned yet, but I probably should, is summoner spells. So every single time you start with flash, which is a short blink, so like a little tiny teleport, and then you have I think called chase or run away. You see it's down there, D and F. D is on cooldown because you can only use flash every second round, and then you can use the runaway one whenever you want. But they're really important. Like, that's basically just in the right moments, you just improve your movement a little bit. It's very, very helpful. Yeah. Also, when you saw me type in the chat, huge, because another key component of this game that no one really talks about is having good teamwork and team morale. It's the same in the actual League of Legends, but if you're not typing good things, I think you're doing it wrong. Because you really need your teammate to lock in, and you need yourself to be motivated. I got hit by a hook there, so there's basically no chance. I just need to pay more attention there. But hopefully, Ash is full of good morale. You know, I actually can't remember. This is from a couple of days ago, but okay, that was close. So what Ash has as well, she doesn't usually have those like little purple orbs orbiting her. That's an augment. There's a bunch of crazy augments like that just like change up what the hell is going on. You know. Um, so here I got a couple augment options. What I'm really thinking is what do the other people have, and what should I really be looking for, because executioner on the left is more about if they're squishy, I can really kill them quickly, because after they reach that 50% health mark, they start to take a lot more damage. But I chose Ocean Soul specifically because there's a couple healthy or tanky people that won't die in a couple hits, so that will give me some health over time and just allow me to live for a little bit longer. Which because we're gonna have really long fights, it's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna get a lot of use. Like it's getting some use right now. If I don't die, maybe I will die. Okay, maybe. Okay, didn't get use there, but neither would have Executioner because they didn't reach 50% health. But yeah, let's say in that world, I hit them with a Q to get my Ocean Soul. So I start healing over time, and then I run away. I'm able to hit a couple more Qs. I can heal back up without having to use the plants, which is the hope. So yeah, now you can see on the right, because we've won so many rounds early, we have 10 HP, which means we're not in the red. In the red means because of the fact that if you lose a round now, you lose 6 HP. All three other teams, if they lose, are out. So that's right why you want to win early, because you get this opportunity. If we lose this one, it's fine. We have another chance. But if they lose, they're out. And it's good specifically in this situation because it means we're always going to get third or above. Because you lose the most points. I'll use my R there. Hey, is that the first time this whole game? But yeah, it's really helpful to just have that option, because now I lost here, but we're not out. The Garen and Kanar, who were absolutely dominating us, it's just the other teams were better against them, which is really that's perfect, because what I think is our major weakness is out, and we have a chance against these people if we play it properly. So it's just it's a really good time. But we are in the red now, so if we lose, we are completely out. We have to make no more mistakes. We do sit out next round because there's an odd number of people. Someone has to sit out, and we've been fortunate enough to be, blessed by God, or blessed by who's the god in League of Legends? I guess Aurelion Sol or something. Oh no, wait. Kale. We've been blessed by Kale. So we basically got to second place for free, because we lost one round where we got automatic third, and now both these teams are on critical as well, so one of them has to go out, which means we just get second for just doing well early, which is just that's what you want. So you see, I mean, it's a lot to talk about right now. There's a lot of augments in play right now. Sorry, I just said right now twice, but there's a lot going on. But Riven and Gwen are able to clutch it up. I don't want to overload you. I don't know if I've been muted for too long, but I don't want to overload you with information. Basically, augments do a lot of stuff. Most of the time, they just give damage. Some of them are like ashes, which are more visual, but a lot of the time it's just here's damage, here's health, here's whatever, and you have to learn it through playing. There's not much. I could tell you every single augment and maybe perhaps rank them, but it wouldn't help you as much as just watching enough games and playing enough games and getting a feel for them. So yeah, um, basically that big Riven, if they get on me, I lose. So what I'm trying to do is I'm throwing my W on top of me basically, because I know that her goal is to just jump on me a lot of the time. So you'll see it about here maybe. Nope, she ran away. She's going to go res her friend. I'm going to try to hit her as well. That's good. Okay, it worked. I'm hitting my W's, which is really critical in this sort of fight. My teammate does die, and now I'm basically pincered on either side. I use my W there because I know that she's going to jump on me, and it sends her away. I'm able to kill her, maybe. Oh, okay. I use my Zhonya's, which is like an item, and then I use my W to knock her away again. She's fallen into the same trap, I think, about 4 times, but I'm able to win that round. It's a very close victory. And a lot of it was through winning early, team play early, and just clutching up. So yeah, I hope that's a little bit helpful, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you, Marvin, specifically, and everyone else that watches. I hope you have learned something about playing the game, and yeah, I'll see you later.